What's up, my party people? It's your boy Darshaun Smith, aka the Positivity God, otherwise known as Big D, exclusively on this podcast, back again for another episode of the Positivity Hour, specifically episode 52. Roll that intro and let's get straight to it. Woo! Wow, look, I'm back with the fire intros, okay? It's nice, short, concise, and to the point, okay? It gets the message across in a timely manner to where I'm not just rambling and rambling and rambling, you know what I'm saying? So let's just get straight into the video. So as you can see by the title and the thumbnail, you know, because it's going to be a picture that inspired this, so much so that I wanted to record a podcast on Saturday or even a Darshaun's commentary just to get this information out. But I said no. Instead of doing all of that, I'm going to think critically about some of what I have to say, and I'll come back tomorrow with better thoughts, because what I was going to say were initial thoughts, and initial thoughts are cool and all, but you know, maybe thinking about it for a little bit longer is the move sometimes. So the title and thumbnail have to do with, you know, how not to lose motivation with your goals in the new year. You know, Happy New Year, everyone. This is the first podcast of the 2022 year. You know, and I plan to do about 100 episodes more or less this year. So I hope you're into listening to them, you know, if you're watching, because I'm making direct eye contact with you, camera. I hope you enjoy watching. I'm going to try to keep it expressive. I'm going to keep on wearing, you know, my fake chain. You know, I'm going to keep on wearing a shirt from 2015. I can still fit for some reason, you know. I was a big kid back then, okay? I'm slimmed down a little, but, you know, there's a reason I can still fit it. But, yeah. But yeah, how am I doing in the new year? I'm gonna tell y'all something, and this pertains to this video and specifically, but you know, I always, you know, keeping original to myself, I always start these videos with, you know, something slightly personal, but out of context a little bit, or if you could say that, because, you know, you need to have a private life. But what I'm going to talk about now is like how am I doing? And yesterday, or maybe the day before, but I'm pretty sure it was yesterday, I woke up, and I always wake up, and then especially when I have nothing to do, like I'm not going to work at 3:30 in the morning, I always try just to lay there for like 10 or 20 minutes and you know, just look at the ceiling or enjoy the dark blackness of night, and without looking at technology, and just, you know, really think about like what's going on up here, you know, how to incorporate that into my daily life, as well as seeing if something I was pondering the previous day or in the dream or something can be solved in the day. You know, this step is very important, you know, like I said, without technology, without, you know, any intrusion, because I wake up, you know, before everyone, you know, it's dead silent. It's just me, myself, my thoughts, and sometimes the fan I sleep with that's on. You know, you need a little white noise in your life. And in those thoughts, I said to myself, and I genuinely believed it for the first time in my life, you know, I've always done this, is what this is another reason why I didn't talk about it till today, is because what I'm about to say is what I thought about, but what I'm going to say now is what I thought about today, like 2 days later. I've always done amazing things in life, you know. I've always achieved greatness, and I'm very fortunate enough that I was in positions and privileged enough to even have these opportunities to achieve such greatness in life. But because of that, my mindset in getting into those situations, you know, as I said on social media yesterday, you know, in those positions where some people would call you lucky, air quotes, you know, for those who aren't watching the video, I always low-key counted myself out. And what I thought about 2 days ago was, for the first time in my life, you know, I, Darshaun Smith, the Positivity God, website and clothing line coming soon, and I can do anything I want in this life And can't nobody in this world tell me any different. If I want to go be president, I'm gonna go be president, okay? Whether that's of a Fortune 500 company, whether that's my own business that I'm starting this year, or whether that's of the United States of America, I can do it, okay? Now, I always said, oh, I'm not an A student, this or that, because, I grew up in a population of folks in an area where it's sometimes frowned upon to be smart. It's frowned upon to be educated. I was talking with the girl I matched with on Tinder the other day. She's probably gonna watch this, but like this is something interesting that I have to, deal with in my daily life. And at one point, she, and mind you, I'm assuming she's white, and she's like, bro, like you sound mad educated, like not in like a good way too. It was like I didn't expect you as a black man to be like smart and like use full sentences and this and that. I'm just like, yeah, I try to be educated in life. And guess what happened? I got left on open, and I don't think I'm ever going to talk to her again. If you are watching this, I'll bring you on the podcast. We could have a conversation about this, because I have nothing against you. I'm living my life either way, as I say. But, we're just moving different all 2022, and I've always moved different in my whole entire existence on this earth, because they say a lot of things are guaranteed, like, taxes, death, this and that, but you can get away with not paying taxes and stuff. You'll go to jail, but you still never paid any tax. The only thing that is truly guaranteed is the great equalizer, okay, and that is death. And until you get to that inevitable end that is certain for all of us currently in this world, because, this is an altered carbon. I ain't got no stack in the back of my neck. We're going to die, okay? And until I get to that point, it might be later today. It might be 100 years from now. I don't know. But I'm going to live my best life, and I'm going to achieve my goals and my greatness. I'm going to make all the A's, okay? I never wanted to be a straight A student, but somehow I got there, okay? Because the what it takes to get there it's easy, okay? And what the theme of last year was, being great in life is easy if you have the right mindset. As Andrew Tate would say, motivational speaker, multi-millionaire, businessman, whatever you want to call him, resist the slave mind is what he would say. And if you can literally just be deviant enough to not be a sheep, not follow the crowd, you can literally do anything you want in life. It is that simple. I'm talking like I was using an example as straight A's, but I intend on starting many businesses this year. I intend on learning about real estate this year. I intend on actually starting to invest in cryptocurrencies this year. Maybe I'll buy an NFT. Skip it. Maybe I'll make an NFT. I don't know what I want to do. But the thought I had a couple days ago that sets me apart from everyone else is I took the time, and the thought finally occurred to me, because of how I carry myself and me finally realizing the greatness that which is me, is I can achieve anything I want in this world. I create the narrative. I, myself alone, is the person who creates the story, the legacy of who Darshaun Smith was. Why did he create the Positivity God brand? And why did he do what he did? I myself am the person who has the ability and the pen to scribble my notes down, type it up, on a page or a book or something, and put that out to the masses. I literally have a platform. I'm speaking to you on a podcast, on YouTube. You can find my things on 10 different sites. And I'm in the very early stages of it, and I'm not saying I've unlocked it. I'm not saying I'm perfect and I'm on the road to success. No, literally in one of my videos, like the last video or something like that, I was like, yo, this is the year when I'm going to finally finish starting to make the foundation of my success. These are very early stages of accomplishing goals and such in my life, and a lot of that can be sad if you look at it, because, hey, it's only up from here. But at the same time, In conversations with like my older sister, one step forward, two steps back is a real thing, okay? But a setback is just that. It's a setback. You can't let it consume your life. In 2022, we are moving different, and I hope you are too. If you are listening to this and you don't feel inspired to go out and be great, I don't know what you're doing with your life, okay? If you are listening or watching this and you don't feel like today is the day I'm going to change something in my life because tomorrow is not guaranteed, then you're wasting your life, in my personal opinion. I want all the people I surround myself with to be great. I want all my people, friends, family. I don't have many friends, so I could say friends, family, acquaintances, even, the people I don't even consider my friends, the people I live with who I don't really associate with, whatever you want to say. I want everyone to do well. I don't want any bad energy to go towards anyone, okay? My name is literally the positivity god, okay? I just radiate peace, love, and positivity. I'm like Logic in the Black Spider-Man video. He literally said in that video, my whole message is peace, love, and positivity, and people still hate on me, okay? I don't know what it takes to be the oracle, the all foreseeing. I'm not even gonna go down that route, but you know what I was saying, okay? But yeah, so I love how all of this was a tangent about how am I doing, and all of it can be summed up to I just want to do great, okay? I want to do big things. I want to be remembered. I will be remembered, and I will do great things, and I will settle for nothing less, okay? If you aren't on the same type of energy, get out of my life, okay? I'm not saying we can't coexist, but at the same time, you won't be in my inner circle. You won't be, in a close, intimate fashion type way or anything. You won't, you just won't associate with me like that. You'll be like, dang, I talked to him for a little bit, but I don't really know much about that guy. A lot of people say, when offered, money or like fame, which one would you take? And a lot of people take the fame thing, because they just want to be known, as Wynton Marsalis would say, the trumpet player, the GOAT himself. And to that, the most people who are slightly educated and somewhat financially literate, or at least on the path to becoming that, because I'm not claiming I am, but I am claiming I am actively learning, okay? Because I don't want to be rich in life. I want to be wealthy. And you don't have to be famous to be rich or wealthy, And that's when people's number one mistakes. If I could take $100 billion and no one ever remember me or something like that, man, I'm going to do that. The only people who know me is my family, okay? I said this once before in a YouTube video, not even a podcast episode, or I'm pretty sure I mentioned it, but still, do you know who the 15th richest person in the world is? No, you don't have a single clue. Okay, you only know the top 10 because they just so happen to be the richest and most famous of them. But who's the 15th richest person in the world? You don't even know how they're impacting your daily life. You don't even know the political power they hold, and the people they support, and the companies they own and run, and whatever it may be. But it doesn't matter. Okay. There are multiple things you can achieve in life, and a lot of people are very small-minded and only see, what's in front of them. But if all you see is what you see, then you do not see all there is to see. I forget who that quote is from, but it's a fire quote. And on that note, let's get into today's actual topic, which is, like I said, the concept on how not to lose momentum with your goals in the year 2022. Now, speaking of wealth, I follow an Instagram account, and you should too, called Wealth. And one of the screenshots they posted yesterday was that's why it says what it says. But I'm recording this and going to post this on the 9th of January. But I found this on the 8th of January, yesterday. And it says 8 days. And I'm reading this for the people listening and not the people watching, because it's over my face. You can't even see me right now. It says 8 days into 2020. This is usually when people start to lose momentum with their goals they set I read it wrong. Lose momentum with the goals they set at the start of the year, just 8 days ago. Don't let that be you. Keep your foot on the gas pedal. Your future self will thank you. And it has I'm assuming a boxer named Anthony Joshua on the picture, and so take the picture away, Darshaun. And let's talk about this. What does that even mean? I'm pretty sure we all are familiar with the concept of new year, new me, And if you are, then you know how this is a concept that plagues many of us, especially in a way that we set goals, air quotes, that we don't really ever achieve. And because of that, we are selling ourselves short. And as I said, in this video, I'm going to tell you how not to lose momentum with those goals. And a lot of that, I'm going to speak from a personal experience, because if you want to be great in this world, then you need to be experienced. You need to have gone through those trials and tribulations. But along with said trials and tribulations, you also do need to take a step back and realize that you don't know everything in this world. I had a conversation with this one individual the other day, who I will not name here because, I like to have a personal life. And it's funny because I literally put out that we don't talk about that. Okay, moving on. Because I'd like to have a personal life. And in that conversation, we were talking about the concept of, how do I want to say this? Smart individuals, we'll say, And in this conversation, this individual said that I was smart. I was like, oh, thank you for thinking that. I did say thank you for the compliment, because I'm glad at least you could understand that I'm somewhat knowledgeable in my life, because I really do try to be. But I then, further said that, the smartest person in the room doesn't claim to. Nope. What's going on with the camera? It's an only audio podcast. Let's go. I think my camera overheated, and yeah, so I'm gonna let it cool off for a bit, and we're gonna keep on talking, because now that I actually have a separate mic and all that, we're good to keep on going. But yeah, like I was saying, as I try to get my camera to turn back on, what even just happened right there? Technical difficulties. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna let it cool off for 5 minutes. I know I have a lot to say, so you'll obviously see something on the screen, but not what you think it'll be. So yeah, talking about the conversation I had about smart people. In that conversation, that individual told me I was smart, and I thanked them for thinking that and acknowledging that I'm knowledgeable on some topics. But I'm a firm believer in other individuals who are some of the most intelligent in the world also agree with this. And a few things. One, I often am the I don't want to say dumbest person when I walk into different rooms, but I also want to say I am not the most knowledgeable person when I walk into some rooms. And a lot of people look at that like if the normal, as in most people, person, air quotes, if the normal person was in a situation like that, then they themselves would count themselves out. They themselves would sell themselves short, and act accordingly as such, and what I mean by that is that they would not do all that is in their power to learn and educate themselves, because they don't want to be wrong, or they don't know the answer or something. Like, this is why you see people like now raising their hand in math class or something like that. And it all comes down to like wanting to fit in, because objectively speaking, being smart is pretty deviant, okay? Which is crazy. And I'm not saying I'm smart, but I can say I'm a pretty deviant person, and I'm all for it. And I just want to learn as much information as possible. Now, along with that, I probably should have said this point first, but it's common knowledge among people who are somewhat knowledgeable and who can think outside of the sheep mind, herd, or herd immunity, whatever you want to call it, in all human populations, not just our own, that the smartest person acknowledges that they don't know everything and doesn't claim to know everything. It is the most uneducated of folks who acknowledge the fact that they are, knowledgeable about everything. Now, that's not to say that you can't be knowledgeable on a specific topic per se. You may be an expert, as some would say, where you know more than people who just know a little, which, in some cases would make you more qualified to speak on a topic, but it just, is a case by case thing. But how does that pertain to the, your goals and staying motivated and keeping the momentum up in, this new year and what you want to achieve in these goals? It relates because this is how you carry yourself in your day-to-day life. We've talked constantly in this podcast and in my YouTube videos, and if you know me in real life, we talk all the time about the mindset, whether it's very direct or indirect. I myself am always aware that it is your mindset that dictates, whether you will succeed or fail in life. It is your mindset that dictates, greatness. If you, and there's so many different avenues at which I could take this, and being that my camera died, this might be an actual positivity hour long podcast, you know what I'm saying? And one way I can take this is the in the social science world, we see the debate among different how do you want to say academics, we'll say, in different fields, from like sociology, psychology, economics and such, of the nature versus nurture debate. Whether you are born with your set of ideals and how to act and this and that, or whether they are learned over time and can constantly progress and change. And this same concept is the same here. Losing focus, or in this case momentum, and especially in terms of your goals that you want to achieve in 2020, can be, like I said, come down to your mindset. But is your mindset something that is learned, or is it something that is passed on from your community members, the people you live with, or the the social situations, socioeconomic wealth and things like that, or socioeconomic status, let me use the term correctly, and like how you were brought up as a person. All of these things have to be taken into consideration. And in this case, I argue that, yes, I see many examples of this. Dr. Antonio Webb, he's an orthopedic spine surgeon from San Antonio, Texas. He grew up in some very rough situations in, I'm pretty sure, Alabama or like Louisiana, one of the two, to where he even said, if I didn't, do what I did in life, change my mindset, join the military and then the Air Force and this and that, he would have ended up dead or in the streets and then in prison. Another person is Wynton Marsalis. His family, very, very unfortunate, growing up in the Jim Crow era, very, very low income and such, people in and out of prison, stuff like that. But look at these people now, like I said, Dr. Antonio Webb, orthopedic spine surgeon, making a bank a year. Wynton Marsalis, one of the, highest, most prestigious jazz musicians of all time, arguably like ever. But especially among people who are currently alive. He always jokes that his father said he can't play, but I can confidently tell you, Wynton can play, okay? And he can write some music. He doesn't write just jazz. He does it all, okay? And how does that relate to, like I said, how not to lose your momentum? So a big part of that, as I try to turn my camera back on for the YouTube folks, is your mindset. your mindset is what, dictates, like I said, everything in your life. Like I said, I started this video by saying I believe that I can do anything I want in this world, and there's nobody that can tell me any different. That's a mindset change. Hold on real quick. We got to do the... And we're back with the audio for the people who are on YouTube. And yeah, so like I was saying, it's the mindset, that gets people. And you have to believe you can be great. You have to believe that you can achieve the goals you set out for yourself. And most importantly, you can't just believe, you can't just pray to the Lord that it'll happen. You can't do this or that. You have to do it all. You have to create deadlines. You have to actually hold yourself accountable. And if you know darn well you can't hold yourself accountable, because this is something you have to think about, and accommodate for, you need to surround yourself with people who will accept nothing less than greatness, and to hold you to the highest standard, even higher than the standards you probably set for yourself. A lot of people say like, oh, you're being overworked, or you're obsessed, or this or that. But these are just social constructions that really just divert people off their path to greatness. To be amazing in this world, you have to be deviant. You have to go against the wave. There's a reason why there's not too many people in the 1%, okay? Because that's just it. It's the 1%. It is the most prestigious collection of human beings in our society, worldwide. Literally, it's not that hard. If you don't have any debt, have $500,000 worth of net worth, you're in the 1% of the world already, okay? A lot of us just happen to live in America, where we're a lot more wealthy, and although we have debt, some of that debt, believe it or not, is in somewhat of assets, like your house. But at the same time, as Robert Kiyosaki would say, another great minority man who has gone through the adversity and become something great, he's a billionaire or something like that, or at least 9-figure millionaire. I don't know if he's a billionaire. It just sounded cool in the moment, okay? Just roll with it. And he's achieving greatness, but he did that because he had the mindset and recognized that if he wanted to be something great, he needed to surround himself by people who were great. And see, okay, so just so you keep up. Point one was get your mindset in check. That's how you do not, I don't know, how do I say that? That's how you actively work towards not losing momentum towards your goals in 2022. The second part is surrounding yourself by people that are great. Now, the thing is, when people say that all the time, okay, it's kind of like pointless at this time. It means nothing. But if you have step number 1 down pat, then you're already low-key working on step 2, which is surrounding yourself by like-minded individuals. The thing is, and Andrew Tate is one of these people, he offers a course that I will soon be enrolling in, hopefully, to really, level up your financial literacy and, make this bank. Within the first 3 months, the people in this program, on average, which is most people, but obviously people make less. People make way more, which can obviously skew the average. But still, people in this program make, it's like a small investment of $50 to $100 or whatever a month or whatever. And they're making 10, 20 times that within their first 3 months or whatever, from, starting businesses, or stocks and options, or cryptocurrency, whatever, literally anything. As he said, I'm a very rich man, and the world is going down the drain. And when the world goes down the drain, I want to be surrounded by as many rich people as we can, because we control the resources. Now, a lot of normal, air quotes, people, for those who can't see the video, get sad and they get mad, and they're like, we got to do this and this to these rich people and this and that. No, mother trucker, you could be rich too. You just are comfortable where you're at. You're just comfortable with your salary. You're just comfortable with your little benefits, whatever it is. There's a reason these people are rich. There's a reason these people are wealthy. There's a reason these people are doing astronomically better than you. And a lot of it comes down to, yes, someone has to get finessed in capitalism, baby. But at the same time, you're the one going along with the system. And a lot of people would say I have to survive. Why do you have to survive? Why can't you just live? You live in America, most of y'all who are watching this, but for some of those who don't, you live in, somewhat first or second world countries or whatever that are, you definitely are doing better than a lot of people out here, okay? If you are watching or even listening to this, you're in the 1% of the world, pretty much, you know what I'm saying? So even if you fall, you can get a job at McDonald's, okay? You can get your way back up, and if not, we got social welfare, we got homeless shelters, we got this and that. You may have family members you can call back on to. There's no excuse. You just don't want to do it because humans are uncomfortable with being uncomfortable. And that's point 3. But let's finish point 2 real quick about surrounding yourself with these people. As I said, Andrew Tate said, he's rich. He wants to be surrounded by rich people. The concept of surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals is that if you are a like-minded individual, these people will want to surround themselves with you. Obviously, it's not just a free exchange relationship. You need to bring value and more importantly, something that these people can, actively use to better everyone in the system, because that's what it is. It's a system. You may have friends and family members or whatever who are in real estate or a business or something, and maybe you tried to finesse them or ask for a discounted price or something like that. And I agree with what more wealthy people say, being that, one, you need to keep the money you have within your circle because that's how you stay rich. And then also, most importantly, you never need to pay less than full price. If anything, you need to pay more because that just shows the importance of the circle of like-minded individuals you've made. But it also, perpetuates further success to the point where it's just automatic, And that's what's important. But yeah, so like I said, point 1 was your mindset. Get your mindset in order, and hold yourself accountable. If you can't do it, point 2, surround yourself with like-minded individuals who will be there and be like, hey, bro, did you hit the gym today? Or be like, hey, bro, I'm about to invest in this stock right here. Do you think it's a good move? I want your opinion on this. Or, hey, man, I'm about to do this business endeavor. I need you to go 50-50 with me. I got half the capital. I'll run the whole thing, but I just need you for the other half. We need people who aren't afraid to achieve greatness and, most importantly, risk something in life, or even lose in sacrifice, which is point 4, something in this life to achieve greatness, because to be in the 1%, you have to do what the other 99% aren't willing to do. Now for point 3, which I'm forgetting right now. What was it? Point 3. Point 1, mindset. Point 2, your people. Point 3. I'm just gonna go to point 4. There is no points, okay? Maybe I was just saying the points things to further prolong the time that I'm continuing to prolong. I'm just gonna keep on talking about like how to not lose goals. And so yeah, whatever. I'm gonna go to point 4. Point 3 will come back to me eventually. But accountability, or more so sacrificing. I think this has been the theme in the last like 3 or 4 episodes of the Positivity Hour, soon to be copyrighted and trademarked. And that is because you will have to give up something. Life is like energy. You can neither create nor destroy the energy that already exists, but you can only transform it into something else. Potential energy turns into kinetic energy. It's the same energy, but maybe some of it got lost in heat energy, or some of it got lost in sound energy. It's the same energy, but it's just a different pie-shaped cutout chart, And the same applies to achieving your goals and how not to lose momentum. So we talked about, having your mindset in check. We talked about surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals. And most importantly, you got to give up some things to get in those situations. The third point is slipping my mind, and it really has thrown me off my momentum here. But I hope you get the point. If I remember it, it'll be the topic of the next video. And the funny thing is, I said it, but I want to take all of these, and I'm not going to go back and look at it. So that's the reason why I kept going, because I already said it, okay? And if you understand point 1, and most importantly point 2, then you already understand point 3. And you furthermore understand point 4, which brings us to point 5 on how to not lose momentum with your goals in 2022. You just got to stay organized, You got to stay efficient. You got to be what you want to be, okay? As they say, be the change you want to see in the world. And if you can identify what needs to be changed and identify this and that, and you're not actively doing something about it, it's your loss, okay? No one's going to do it for you. And that's how I'm going to end this episode, okay? I think this might be one of the longest Positivity Hour episodes on here. And I plan on actually having some guests on this year. Legitimately, they might not be here in person. We might have to do like a Zoom video type thing or something like that. But hey, if I can get them here in person, then, I will do what I can do to make that happen, because I definitely have a second mic port here. So we'll work on it. And trust me, like I said, consistency is key. Oh, okay, yeah, this is like 0.6, but I'm wrapping the video up, but I'm an endless wealth of motivational, positive things to say, and like one of the biggest things I will be working on, and I will do nothing less than this, because this is the mindset you need to have. If you say like, oh, my goal is to make $10,000 from a side hustle this year. No, you need to say I will make no less than $10,000 this year, okay? It's the little mindset, or I'm not able to do that. Don't say that. I'm not able to do that yet. That's what you need to say, and create deadlines. But yeah, consistency is key. And that's how you get to the peace, love, and positivity. I'm just joking. I'm just rhyming random words at this point. But hey, let's get some clapping in here. Let's get some applause for all my people, because thank you for sticking through to the end if you are still here. And I just want to say, you are the 1%. Let's get 2 applauses, okay? Because it must be said that the people who are willing to go the extra mile get the sauce, okay? As they say, the early bird gets the worm, I'm gonna end y'all off with this one quote that I have. I accumulate quotes all throughout the day. And this one from Master Oogway from, Kung Fu Panda is one that is very notable, okay? It is one that is relevant to the topic of this video, which is how not to lose momentum in the year of 2020 with your goals, as well as how to just be the best human being possible you can be. And it goes like this, because we often get caught up in our, day-to-day life, the minutia, the consistent motions of this. And Master Oogway says, you are too concerned about what was and what will be. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. But today is a gift. That is why it is called the present, okay? I have nothing more to say to y'all today. Being that I've almost recorded for 40 minutes off a screenshot, and that I thought about for 20 minutes, shows that I have, content to push out to the world. A lot of what this episode was for me personally was to, say that, hey, I am going to achieve greatness this year. I'm going to make some of my biggest life moves this year, and I'm going to do things that my future self will appreciate, because as you can see, I'm gonna put the screenshot back on the page for those who are still actively paying attention. I'm gonna read it one more time. 9 days today when I'm recording and posting this, 9 days into the 2022 year. This is usually when people start to lose momentum with the goals they set at the start of the year. Don't let that be you. Keep your foot on the gas pedal. Your future self will thank you. And with that, my party people, it's been real. This has been your boy, Darshaun Smith. This has been the Positivity Hour, episode 52. Make sure you like, subscribe, unsubscribe, hate, comment, dislike, follow, unfollow, like, share. I said like twice. Maybe don't like, dislike, report it. I don't care what you do. As long as you are staying positive, my party people, or at least trying your oh so very best to live your best life and change your life in a way that will benefit not only you, but your future descendants. That's all I can ask for you to do, because I can't control you. No one can do it for you, but I plan to do it for myself and my people. So hop on the train now, and maybe we can get to the end of the rainbow together. So It's been real. I'll catch y'all later. I'm your boy Darshaun, the host of the Positivity Hour, and we out. We doing big things this year, y'all. I'm so excited. Let's get to it. Woo! Bing bong. Rip. I meant to say bonk. Oh my lord. In the video, Darshaun, I'm not saying ping pong anymore. Okay, I'm making a social pact right now. Okay, we lit. Bye.